Cardi B is going viral for her testimony, arguing she did not touch a security guard who's suing her for assault allegations. The security guard claims Cardi B cut her face with a fingernail and spat on her. She says it happened outside an obstetrician's office during the rapper's not yet public first pregnancy. Cardi B says she was 4 months pregnant with her first child in 2018, visiting a doctor's office that closed on a Saturday for her privacy. And she says that security guard for the building followed her to her appointment and appeared to be filming her. And Cardi B testified she was worried about her privacy and safety.
When you thought that your secret was being violated, it made you angry, correct?
Yes, I feel like my privacy was completely being violated. I wouldn't want to be anything that has to do with my medical records or anything. Even if I do cosmetic surgery, I don't want people to be in anything that has to do with medical in your business. It's just especially something that is so sacred as your pregnancy is yours. Angry.
How angry were you?
Depends on the level of angry, to be honest with you.
Let's talk about the levels.
I don't think I was like on a high level of angry. I was more on a high level of concern. Very concerned.
And why were you concerned?
Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to beat my ass. Hello?
The trial is taking the rest of the week off and is expected to conclude next week. ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer has more on that. Brian, what do you make of Cardi B's testimony, how she's defending herself here?
Well, and I think we saw a lot of like the viral moments there, the hello, and I think she's doing well overall for a number of reasons. One, she's testifying that she did not touch the security guard, that there was no assault, there was no battery, there was no negligence, none of the claims that the security guard is making. But also I think just from a storytelling perspective, the jurors, because this is a jury trial, are looking at this and maybe are going to give her a little bit of grace as to this is a pregnant woman going to the OBGYN to get care for herself, and an employee to some extent, a security guard there, is violating her privacy. I think they're going to give her a little bit of grace, even if she was very angry, and say, you know what, even if there was a scratch, you don't do that with a pregnant woman in this professional setting.
Brian, what stands out to you from the way she testified? I know for people online, it's her emotion, it's, Cardi B being Cardi B. But from a legal standpoint, what are you thinking as you hear her description of what happened?
So I think it's somewhat of a dual-edged sword, but I think the other witnesses that testified helped her out. A receptionist testified saying that she was there and didn't see any injuries on the alleged victim here. There is also a psychiatrist that said that they evaluated the alleged victim, and that typically happens in a civil case where they say they suffered psychological damage, and they said that they were malingering or exaggerating their harm in order to get an unfounded result. But I think when you take those and combine that with Cardi B's testimony, she seems more truthful. She seems like a concerned mother who didn't really touch this woman, but was very concerned for her safety, her baby's safety. And I think that creates a connection between people. I've never had a child. My wife was pregnant, and I can understand how my wife would have felt in that situation. So in a similar setting, I would feel sympathetic to Cardi B, and I think people who have had children as well will feel sympathetic to her, and I think that draws him into believing her story.
All right, ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer, thank you.